Well, hellfire. It is RockdaRiff, and today I am checking out the new hype President in the Name of the Father. Uh, this has been basically, how do I word this? I had somebody recently comment on the community post, Blade Puppet Master, which I don't want people to think I'm jumping the gun and not doing the other requests first. Uh, I've had so many friends of mine that are big Sleep Token fans talking about this band. I've seen like a lot of metal news outlets talking about this band. So it seems like this is going to be the next big hype. Uh, I'm curious to see what we've got with President in the Name of the Father. So just to say here at the start, I have tried doing Sleep Token songs in the past. I am a fan of Sleep Token, and I know President kind of goes hand in hand with that. I'm not crazy about the newest album because I think I prefer more of the heavier side of Sleep Token. I think two, the drummer, is the MVP of that band. I think the guitar tone and two are the MVPs of Sleep Token. Don't get me wrong, I think Vessel is one hell of a singer, but I tried, like I said, I tried to do videos in the past and I always get blocked. Copyright swoops in and says, hell no, you cannot post a video about this. I am curious about that because I've seen there's other channels that do it, so I don't know exactly how it works. So hopefully, maybe I can post about President. We'll find out because if you're seeing this, then yeah, I was able to get past copyright. Uh, but I definitely like the heavier side of Sleep Token, just to give that context out there. So I'm hoping we're getting something heavy with President, another masked band. That's so funny. I'm a big, huge fan of Ghost. And then you got Sleep Token that's all dressed up and mysterious like. Now we got President, another masked band dressed up and mysterious like. Um, let's dive on in and see what's up. That's a young Ronald Reagan right there. Imagine walking into the house. I don't know who's behind the mask, nor do I want to know. I want the mystery. I guess I'm one of those kind of people. But I can just imagine having this mask and just put myself in this dude's shoes and telling my old lady, hey, I'm gonna start a new music project and I've got to wear this kind of stuff. And when I'm testing out masks, I'd be sitting in the kitchen and waiting for her to come in there, and then I'd turn and look and try to freak her the fuck out with all this stuff. Okay. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to go that far back. Uh, I like the heavy opener. That's a weird vocal filter we got going on there. That's like super telephone lines. GarageBand used to have an effect called telephone lines, and when you sung through it, it was kind of in the realm of that.
We all choose to find hope because hope is choosing. choosing to find meaning in a
Obi-Wan
meaningless world.
said you. I cannot get over the dudes doing that dude doing that, just staring at the camera as it slowly zooms in. Kind of has a bit of a Deftones vibe to it. Definitely Sleep Token. I'm assuming, are these bands meant to be in the same universe? Are they doing a shared universe? Are we getting the MCU of music now? um, that clean vocal filter. I don't know about it. I feel like I'm curious now. I'm just curious how, if this dude's vocals clean wise will sound really good, because that filter is hiding so much. But I'm a big Deftones fan, so I'm all about that new metalish, proggy Deftones kind of sound, the ambiance that they do, and a lot of bands emulate nowadays. So we're already winning on that aspect. Okay. Yeah, I definitely like the heavier side of this. I swear, I kind of get the Shining vibes from this music video. There's a lot of cool. I think there's a lot of cool elements going on right here. I think the only weak link right now is that weird vocal effect. And I get it; it's an artistic choice. Uh, which president, you're gonna do your thing. You've got the hype already. Now you just got to deliver and keep the mystery intriguing and all that. But I don't know. Maybe to me, their imagery and the spookiness that surrounded them prior to this release of this, I was thinking they were going to be a lot heavier. But either way, we've got just a little bit left to go. Let's roll the breakdown. We're gonna get like a super heavy breakdown here at the ass end. Short. Okay.
Wix.
That was it.
Gives you the power of AI to build the website you need.
That was a bit of a fucking letdown right there. See, that's what I'm saying. Sleep token member. This guy's already thinking that. um, I don't know. I feel like that is a cool. I like that neon light. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of hype around this, and for me, the song ain't breaking like crazy ground. Not saying it's a bad song. Not saying I didn't enjoy it to a certain degree, but I don't know. So bringing Sleep Token back into the conversation, I remember checking them out before they ever got like big. Sincerely, like, and I don't say that to like try to sound braggy or cocky or whatever, but they had a bunch like Sleep Token. I remember finding them when they had all these little singles that they put out, like Nazareth and Calcutta and Jaws. Jaws to this day is still my favorite Sleep Token song. When the guitars and drums kick into that song, 2/3 or not 2/3, like a quarter of the way into it, I was like, oh shit. I was like, first of all, I was like, who the hell is this drummer? Two fucking kills it. I think he's the shit on Sleep Token, bro. I love the percussion and how the drums sound. How the drums sound in that mix and master when that dude's kicking in. Uh, and so to me, it's like Sleep Token's earlier outing. They had this heavy. They had that perfect blend of soulful singing and then heavy guitars and drums. Uh, I'm not sure if In the Name of the Father hits as hard as early Sleep Token, but I do like the chorus. And then it sounded like that vocal effect was still on for some of the screaming, and I think it worked for that. When he's like, scare 'em down, like that, I thought that worked a little bit, but the cleans, hmm. I think, President, you've done your job. I am curious with where you're going. Uh, I feel like any songs y'all do that y'all going to release that are going to be a little bit more heavier percussion guitar riff based, I'm going to be 100% gung ho for. Um, the more laid back ambient singer songwriter style songs, I don't know. But either way, I hope y'all keep garnering more hype. Uh, I like the mystery. The past few years, I've become such a big Ghost fan that I love the whole. Before, when I was younger, I used to not really give a shit too much about the imagery of a band, and I still don't think. I still think your musical chops, talent, should outweigh your image. But now, at the same time, I do like this whole masked mystery craze that we've got going on now. It's pretty fucking cool, man. And especially when you do cool masks. Like this shit is just uncanny valley creepy. So fuck yeah. I want like the spookiness of it. Basically, I guess that's the bottom tagline I could put for this video is President, I want you to do or I think I'm gonna be for anything that you do that's like this spooky metal kind of thing going on. Uh But I am curious to hear other people's thoughts. So, if this ends up being your first time to the channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like I said, I've been seeing, I don't live under a rock. Some stuff I miss, but I have been seeing everybody curious to see what the fuck president was going to be. And they definitely had a marketing strategy. They definitely had some good marketing. And hopefully, I can actually be able to join in the conversation here and post a video. Uh, Because, like I said, even though I'm a big fan of Sleep Token and I see other people post stuff about Sleep Token, I have yet to be able to do it. I don't know why. I tried doing a review of Hypnosis. I love Hypnosis. That song was so good. Alkaline was the shit. Jaws, The Suffering. Basically, any song that Sleep Token has done that's heavy and features two and the guitars a lot, I'm a fan of. I like that. I love that kind of stuff. Sleep Token kills it with that kind of stuff. Uh, Not crazy about the pop. I don't know, the electronica pop soulful stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to word it. Either way, um, yeah. I want to enter into the discussion. RockdaRiff wants to enter into the discussion and see other people's theories and see what other people are thinking. The only part of the theory and everything that I'm not really crazy about is I don't want to unmask these people. I want to know what's the character's name and all that kind of cool stuff. I mean, I understand people are going to speculate and people are going to be like, well, that sounds like this guy or that guy. I don't know enough of who's who. So I guess that's the part of that doesn't, that's kind of the reason why it doesn't interest me as much. But if they're going to come out and say that this is President O'Hara and his character is this, that, and that, kind of like how Ghost has all the papas, different papas and stuff, that's going to be the part of the lore that I'm going to be into. Yeah. Either way, can't think of nothing else to say besides the ending catchphrase, which is stay positive, stay rocking, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.